Welcome back. In last week's episode, we were trying to find the end of the tunnel, and were not successful in doing so. Along the way, we witnessed Dell's horrible rolls and some comedy from Rag. We also found that Toby couldn't make heads or tails of how to find the way out of this tunnel, so took it upon ourselves to march our own way out. I'd also like to make a announcement that we are going to be doing another giveaway. This giveaway will be for a free Hero Forge miniature. All you have to do is comment down below your favorite Dell moment in any of the videos, and it'll give you an entry into our drawing that we will be announcing at the end of July. So if you'd like to be entered into that and get your own free miniature, please comment down below and you'll be entered into it. I'd also like to give a big shout out and thanks to all of our subscribers. We've been growing crazy fast and couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you very much. Thank you to Telspire for giving us the ability to actually play this game and visually see what we're doing instead of using our imaginations. And to D&D Beyond for our character sheets. So if you guys are listening, thank you, and I hope you guys reach back out and can share the love. Thank you.
There was
No.
Whatever. There was a few more things, but
I swear to
if
God,
y'all went that direction.
you
But
don't
also-
say.
So y'all have now entered the tunnel, right? And y'all are starting to make your way down. I'm gonna roll a history check for Toby to see if he's able to start guiding you guys' way, because you start seeing different routes and different paths. There's a 3-fork split and there's a 2-fork split. I'm gonna roll 3 history checks for him just to see where y'all end up. Okay, so 14 on that one, 10 on that one, and an 11. All right. So he's able to, kind of guide you guys in the right direction. Not necessarily the exact correct paths, but he is taking you in the right direction of where you guys are trying to go. All right. So anyways,
Yep.
you guys make your way down 3 separate, split off tunnels. Eventually, I'd say it takes probably about the first 10-15 minutes. You guys make your way out of the mine and eventually into the tunnels, and then another 15 minutes go on and pass. You guys make your way through the passages. As you guys are in the right direction, the dwarf will kind of this is where we stop, and he kind of shakes hands with Toby, and Toby gives him a nod, kind of just an acknowledgement. And Whale, the cowgirl picks up. I hope to see you guys on the far side. She kind of tips her hat, and then they go down a separate path off to the right. As you guys are starting to make your way up,
As they leave, I'm like, those guys were just about to be dinner, wandering around these like caves with a giant posse of people, and the first chance they get, they leave us. Like they're gonna end up getting eaten again. Like, what's wrong with them?
And some people just don't learn, man.
Whatever.
Not everyone can be as courageous and badass as we are.
Yeah, or no, some taking a joke using body parts to make a number. Whoa! I jumped too far,
Stroke.
and I jumped outside the cave.
Okay. Anyhow, I just want to throw that in. You go ahead, continue there, Dungeon Master.
Yeah, so you guys start making your way through the cave.
Are we walking outside the cave?
Toby's gonna ask no. Toby's gonna ask where exactly are we heading again?
Yes. We
Are
were
we heading to the
supposedly
capital?
well, originally we were heading towards Sindred's Keep, but we need to make a detour to the other place.
Doe wanted to go to Twin Rivers because his sister is reported to be there. His brother is in Sindra's Keep, so he would go there as well. He just thought he should get his sister's help before he goes to get his stubborn brother. If we're closer to Sindra's Keep, logistically it makes more sense to just spend the time getting to Sindra's Keep than using more time to go to Twin River to come all the way back down.
Right, but aren't we trying to go after the Jeweled Man, and he's in Twin Rivers, right?
No, he's in Sindra's Keep.
Well, then don't we need your sister though to help fight him? Wasn't that the purpose of getting your sister, or what? Or just to
this is all above table, I
rendezvous?
guess. My guy hasn't said that. He did say he wanted to go get his sister to go face the Jeweled Man to find his brother. I guess his brother, we don't know, is at Sindra's Keep. The Jeweled Man's there, and that's how we feel like we can find my guy's brother, or how he feels. So now,
you told us that.
no, I know, I know, I told you that. That's so. What I'm saying is, I guess at this moment, my guy's under the assumption we're going to Twin River, but me as the player, I'd say if we went outside, he'd probably just take the closest option because he's impatient like that and wants to get something done. As you can see, how he handles dungeons.
I'm also down for whatever ends in the destruction of that bitch that tried to kill me with those shadow dogs.
He wants to get eaten by another dog.
No, I want to kill her. And I want her necklace.
But anyhow, we'll role play that one whenever we get to wherever we get in.
So I say we just let's head. Like, I'm gonna look back at Toby and be like, Toby, honestly, we're just trying to get back to civilization, somewhere where we can get our bearings. So let's just get out of this cave and see where the hell we are and what we're closest to, and we'll make us a decision at that time.
Okay, I know that if we get out in the right place, we can maybe try the village that's to the west of one of the rivers. That's also closer to, Twin River, but we'd have to cross at some point. There's a tunnel path. I don't know where exactly, but I can maybe find it. That goes underneath the river.
How long have we been in these caves?
I'd say probably you've been in the mine for probably about an hour and a half.
Okay.
And now that you've entered the tunnels, I'd say probably about 45 minutes. Or the first 20 minutes, and then the people kind of disappeared, and then you guys, we'll say while you're having the conversation of hey, where are we going? It took about 15 minutes. So maybe 35 minutes. Total 2 hours and some change.
I feel like at this point, since Toby's the one with the map and knows the layout, I say we just trust him to get us the fuck out of this place. And once we can actually see daylight, we'll adjust and, head to one of the closest points.
Okay. So Toby will kind of make his way forward in front of you guys as you all kind of keep the same pace that you have. Let's see. You guys take a center path forward. Another one when you come to another crossroads. And you come to I need whoever has the highest passive perception.
13.
Highest passive perception.
So whatever your perception is, plus 10.
I don't know what perception is.
I have an 11.
Okay, so no one's really feeling like you guys are going in circles. It does feel like you guys are, deep underneath the earth in a tunnel system somewhere. Not sure which direction you're facing or which way you're going. I'll be honest, guys. I think I know where I'm at, but I'm not 100% sure.
I just blankly stare at Toby. Like, why would you tell us that?
Because I don't know. I'm scared.
Toby is sus, bro.
I'm gonna walk up and grab Toby by like his collar and slap him in the face and shake him and say, "Get a hold of yourself, bitch."
I'm just gonna blink like 2 or 3 times and be like, well, like in my own head, like I guess any direction is as good as where he's been taking us. Since he doesn't know where we're going, then I just take off and start walking down whatever tunnel I can find.
Okay, roll a d20 and then message me that number.
35. Yeah, just a second.
You actually are in the center of the city now.
You have ported directly to what you wanted.
You see the light shining through a little pebble, and you kind of start digging your way through, and then you find a manhole cover.
Did I
Okay.
make my way to the real world, or
no goddamn way you rolled it. Oh my god, you rolled exactly what I've been rolling. So as you got, are you all?
So I'm not any more lost than I was before.
This is true. But the earth is starting to change for you as you guys kind of make your way through. It's less rocky, more solid, more what am I trying to say? Not clay.
Less rocks, more dirt, soggy, muddy,
maybe.
Dry, dusty, powdery.
No, it's whatever is supposed to be underneath the dirt, and for some stupid ass reason, I cannot remember what it's called.
Are these the same type of caves as the Taliban?
Bedrock?
Yes, that's what it was. Bedrock.
This is a better cave than the Taliban. You got trees and shit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Plus, this looks like a pretty, nice atmosphere. Like,
Hey, did anybody go with me, or am I the only one who got this information?
where did you go?
Oh, Rag walked into Deluge. That's why I was like, "What the hell?"
Can we?
I was hiding his little body.
As you guys carry your way on, is anybody following Deluge? As Deluge is kind of just taking the lead?
I'll go because I can move my character now. I'll do it. Look at me.
Yeah.
Well, you don't really have to move it. This is more of just
This is RP, bud.
A visual thing.
I'm gonna follow
your way through.
I'm gonna follow behind them, but be dragging Toby as well, because I know he's crying because he's having a nervous breakdown.
Okay.
I'm stuck.
At this point, I feel like while I'm dragging him and I'm kind of talking shit to him for not knowing his bearings, he would insert a topic about his wife, I feel like.
Oh yeah, he's starting to boo-hoo. The tears are starting to come, but he can't even get words out. You just heard, "My wife," and you tuned him out. You disassociated for a second.
Insert my dead wife crybaby noises.
Deluge, since you're in the lead, as you start making your way down a bunch of curves and ways through this tunnel, you come up to another fork in the road. There is a path, hard left. There is a path to your 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, sorry, and one to your 2 o'clock, and then one to your hard right. So there are 4 paths: one to your hard left, hard right, and then kind of at an angle, left and right. 2 and 10.
He shrugs his shoulder in his mind because it doesn't matter. We're all lost. So I'm gonna go to the 10 o'clock, the 10:30.
To be more exact. Okay. Everybody follow?
Yes.
All right. So as you guys carry on to your way, I'm gonna have. Okay. Toby doesn't say anything. He kind of keeps quiet. He's more just boohooing to Croc. As you also start making your way further down, you see, it seems like it starts to split, pretty wide. Like it starts to widen open, like there was carts or things of, like caravans moved through here at some point, possibly. Yeah. So it kind of like they curve kind of like a Y that goes back in on itself, like the Y highways that kind of
Hey
curve
guys,
up and then back down.
how do I get my character out of the map?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I think I'm okay.
I'm gonna
Oh, I'm
kind
not.
of crouch down and put my hands on the floor to see if I can feel like, is there like moss or anything vegetation wise growing that would indicate like we're getting close to the end of a tunnel or something?
Stop. Hold on. Stop clicking your thing, Rag.
Jesus Christ, you guys are giving me
Let it
a
go.
fucking.
Let it go.
No, I did that.
You realize we're RPing without playing right now. We're imagining.
Yeah.
Oh, so my dude's tripping on mushrooms right now, dude.
Yeah, we can see he's over there having a stroke, and Dale was joining in on yours with his as well.
Anyways.
Uh,
So now the whole group has now stopped at the intersection with two curved, one direction going right, one direction going left.
I want to point out, Dell isn't stopping. He's just picking a path and going. And in this case, left, because he made that comment about the righteous choose the right, and now he's kind of miffed with Toby that he's like, screw it, I'm not picking right anymore. I'm going left every time.
Okay.
I'm going where Delusion's going. So
Rag, get away from my character, because my screen's on that, and you're making my screen like flicker like crazy.
oh, my bad, dude.
So as
You're
you
good.
guys,
You're good.
as you guys make your way down into this path, okay. You make your way down, and you start to go up on an incline, and you start to see daylight. You are now. You don't know how long you've been out, but you do see a little bit of daylight coming from this hole that you guys are now at an incline approaching.
I just continue to we're outside. If nothing else happens, once we're outside, I turn and look at Toby and go, "You're welcome."
Thanks.
I look around. Is there anything remotely recognizable?
Make a perception check. You've walked out of the tunnel now? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well, I said when we get out, like when we're outside the tunnel.
Okay.
That's when I turn to Toby and say that. But I'm looking like see because wagons and stuff you said were brought in, so I imagine there's got to be a trail leading somewhere.
While you guys were walking through there, it didn't seem like it had been like recent, like maybe at some point in history, something very large like had come through here.
Okay, all right. Real quick, I rolled a 16 on my perception, but before you tell me whatever that sounds, outside, am I like in a forest? Is it a clear opening?
Yeah, so you see kind of a hill once you first approach the edge. Well, my headset was tied up in my rolly chair. You see a hill, maybe a couple 100 feet forward.
Yes, I mean if there's like a forest, if they're moving
But
wagons in, they have to chop down trees. If it's an
more
open plain, I
flat,
get that.
more open, flat, plain grassland. You're kind of just far enough. You're able to turn around, and you can kind of see the not kind of you can see the ridge that is Ravenscliff. way, like kind of off in the distance, maybe like a 2-hour walk.
Okay. I guess if I can still see Ravenscliff, does that give me an idea of like what bearing I'm at? Like, I don't know. I don't have the map open or anything, but like where I would be outside of Ravenscliff.
Make a perception check. Just kind of like as you're looking around, you're looking, seeing which direction the wind's blowing, and you're looking up at seeing where the sun is.
Diaz. That is a 10.
Okay, so the sun is to your left when you walk out of the tunnel. Ravenscliff is behind you.
Well, I look at my watch on my wrist to see if it's to my left because it's post meridian or anti meridian.
It'd be post.
I'm pulling my iPhone out to see what
Wait.
the weather's like.
Yeah, I just open up my GPS.
It would be the other one, sorry, not post.
I'm going, Siri.
AM?
Yeah, I mean, you guys, you kind of detect
Siri.
You kind of detect from he's just talking into his sword. From the time that you guys left Magnes, it's probably been about 4, maybe 3.5 hours. Just making your way through the tunnels.
So I look back and see Ravenscliff 2 hours away. I'm like, so we made a 2-hour walk, a 4-hour walk. Congratulations, everyone.
Just the ridge, like the ginormous. You've also like went down the ridge.
Oh, I thought you said we came out at the ridge. I gotcha.
Yeah, no.
But I imagine if you know what? I don't even care anymore. It seems unimportant to me.
If you look at where I'm streaming on my computer, I'll show you where you're at.
I am now, somewhere in that giant circle.
Yeah, well, where this is, where my little crosshair is.
I don't see the crosshair, so let's say the center of that big circle.
Okay, let's see. I'll make this circle smaller.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Right here.
Okay, so does my guy know exactly that he's in this area?
No, he kind of. I mean, just from where the ridge is, you can kind of deduce that you're sort of in this area.
Yeah, I was gonna say my guy's traveled all across this continent most of his life since he was a traveling circus performer. So would he get the idea like if that's the ridge? You said I saw one hill.
Like
is it that hill, or is it like
that's just
hill?
one of the way bigger hills. You can maybe kind of see it off in the distance.
I think it was One Tree Hill.
So would I be like, okay, that hill like kind of gives me an idea of where I might be?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Dell's gonna be like, I'm not 100% sure where I'm at. I'm gonna head to that hill, and the worst case scenario, I just get a higher viewpoint and see where another landmark might be that tells me where I'm at.
I'm gonna walk up to Dell and touch his shoulder and be like, "Don't worry about it, buddy." And I'm gonna cast Fly on Dell so he can go straight up.
Okay.
I guess he also just wanted to move forward in some direction, but okay.
Been able to fly this entire time.
Oh yeah, I can fly.
We could have used that a couple of times. It's crap.
Yeah, now you're like, you can just go straight up. Instead, he just flies forward and like Superman just takes off.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, I cast it on you. I want you to be able to fly.
No, I know. I was just being dumb. Like, I just fly off, and you're like, oh.
Oh, God. All right, bye. Dell's
He's
just like,
coming back any minute now to let us know where we're at.
Yeah, you just head off straight to Ravenscrest.
If that's the case, why don't you just cast fly on all of us?
I only got 2 spell slots. And it's a concentration.
So you'd have to. So as Dell just kind of shoots off into the sky. How high are you flying? I love the visual I just made on Telspire of that happening too, because your dude's floating right next to Croc.
It's only like right above my head. That's as high as he can go.
He can go as high as he wants. I just did that one, so it's all in one shot.
For a visual, just for roleplay purposes, his flying stance is more like Johnny Storm than more of like Superman or anything. Like he's got his hands at his side, just so everyone knows, because that's important to me. No, yeah, he flies up. I don't know, good 100, 150 feet. I don't know, a good thing that would give him some height to see above everything, but not high enough where he's like, boy, howdy, I need oxygen.
Okay, what's the distance on that spell there, Croc?
He can travel 10 minutes. It's a concentration, 60 feet.
He's
speed.
gotta be within range for you to concentrate on it.
There's no range for concentration. It's if someone breaks my concentration.
Hey, so Croc, do you remember that time?
Oh god.
I think that might be right.
I am right. Otherwise, it would say.
I'll have to look at that because I could have sworn I saw something where like if you're too far from it, you can't concentrate on it.
Well, since you can't prove me wrong and you're not going to open up the Google while we're playing, we'll just say I'm right.
Hey, just do this. Just do this. I found this out earlier. You can climb on these trees, dude.
Yeah, but I want him to go high enough to be able to see like what path would be the easiest.
So as you start to Johnny Storm and do some swirls on your way up, go ahead and make a perception check for me with advantage.
Dell doesn't take fall damage, right?
Nope. Oh, I can take fall damage.
You take fall.
I just take less at higher heights.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like a cat. He's the cat.
16 was my highest.
Okay. You are able to very, very kind of far off in the distance, maybe a day and a half's hike, but you can maybe see the west gate of Sindra's Keep.
While he's up there, he kind of just says under his breath, he's just like, fuck. Like, he really wanted to go up to Twin Rivers, but at the time that, has already been spent and everything, he's like, I'm just going to have to go there before I find Ripple.
Go get one for me.
I'm going to talk into my earring thing and then try to communicate with Dell and say, I mean, do you see the direction we're supposed to go? Do you see if there's like any horses or carriages or anything that we could like maybe hop on and steal?
I think Deluge is out of range for you. You should come put your head on my chest and use mine.
I'm gonna first relay back, like, we're just due east of the west gate of Sindra's Keep. I'll look around for everything else.
All right, over and out.
I rolled a 6 in total for a perception check to see if there's anything worth to mount or whatever to increase speed.
Like any animals?
Yeah, I mean, I rolled a 6, so I imagine I was up there looking around and a pigeon flew in my face or something.
Yeah, it you kind of swat it off and then kind of try to regain your bearings.
I'm like, no, I don't see anything. Just need to start heading straight east, and we'll make it there.
All right.
As he finishes that, you hear a come flying back at Deluge's face, and it gets cut off. But Deluge, you're pulling this goddamn fucking pigeon away from your face again. Bird.
Come on, you damn bird!
That's it.
Pigeons aren't native to this region.
That was a quote from a movie. 1 billion points if anyone could guess that movie. But no, yeah. I fly back down and act like none of that bird crap happened because I'm hoping nobody saw that way up there.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Isn't it from the movie The Birds?